So I turned 30 last year, and to be honest, I'm not in any special position. But I was thinking to myself lately, like, what advice would I give to my 16-year-old self? Because back then I was going through a lot of tribulations that I can't even state right now. A lot of tribulations. And I believe a lot of people, I believe even today, a lot of people in their 15th, 16th year, 14 to 16, I think 14 to 18, most people are discovering themselves. It's the teen life. It's where you start discovering your sexuality and a lot of things like that. So I was thinking, what advice would I give to my 16-year-old self? Now, back when I was, I remember it was specifically 13. That's when I started to experience a lot of problems relating to my mental health and just my mental health and school and other things that I didn't understand. So what I would say is, first of all, what I would say to my old self, because at that point I didn't realize it, but later I came to realize that I was suffering from OCD and bipolar and stuff like that. And so what I would say to that person, that 14-year-old to 16-year-old self who was suffering, I would say that you're not alone. I discovered that I wasn't alone. You're not alone. There are many people going through what you're going through right now. And really, just relax. You're not alone. It's okay to talk to other people about the situation. It's okay. Just go to your parents or some elders, talk to them about what you're going through, because I thought it was to the point where I was suffering from these OCD thoughts bombarding me whenever I go to sleep. Especially whenever I go to sleep, I couldn't get some sleep. I hated school for that matter. I couldn't talk to people. I didn't have friends. And so I was in a very, very hateful and very confusing situation. What I would say is just talk to people, talk to elders, talk to your mom about what you're going through. Find an elder that you trust. It's very hard. Listen, I'm an adult right now. I'm 30. And I realized that I don't know if I would have even taken my own advice. That's the thing. Because at that age, you're in puberty. You think like you own the world or something. Like, it's a very hard age, and whenever an older person comes to talk to you at that age, the way I remember it, whenever they'll talk about life to you, you always feel like somewhat they're just an old head. They don't really know what they're talking about. You feel like you're better than them in a way. That ego, And so I don't really know if these advice would actually result into reconciliation of myself when I was 16. But I'm just saying, like, this is advice that you could take if you are 16, and if you're like me, if you were like me, it would really help. It would really help. Listen, kids, listen. What I would say is, listening is something that, if you want to be a great person, if you want to overcome anything, listening is one of the biggest tools one of the biggest things you should learn to do. But I know at that age, most kids don't care. So that's advice number one. Find someone you can talk to. Find someone you can talk to that you trust if you're going through problems. Possibly an adult who you trust, who can understand you. So that's the first thing that I would advise my 16-year-old self. Okay. Second advice that I would advise my 16-year-old self. It's very hard to say this, but stay at school. I have ruined, I would say, not exactly ruined, but I would say I really, really miss school. Like I miss school. Like, this is advice that I'm giving to all you 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds. Like, stay at school, man. Just stay at school. These things they usually tell you, like, I had adults telling me like it's hard out there getting a job, and I had my teachers telling me, right, like constantly just giving you advice whenever they can, like it's hard in the world, you have to stay at school, study. I even had my grandfather at one time telling me, like, RIP grandfather, I really loved him. I had my grandpa tell me this. I remember, and this was when I had gotten out of school. There was problems in school, and I had gotten out of school. And so he told me, he was really angry, and he told me really in an angry voice, like he told me, you're waiting for your parents' heritage. Stay at school, just stay at school, study. Like, if in the future you find out like you're not really interested in what you studied about, at least you went through the progress of understanding what word I'm looking for, a word of just understanding the system, and it's a lot, especially college and high school, college, a place where you can understand a lot of things and get those connections that sometimes they may last a long time, if you get what I'm saying. Okay, another advice that I would give you, this is advice number 3: stay pure. Advice number 3: stay pure. Save yourself, because sex isn't as cool or perfect as you think. This is a very let me say, what's the word? English isn't my native language, so I'm confusing English words. But what I can say is, sex isn't as good as people think it is. It doesn't transform you. It doesn't take your lame out. If you think that's the case, it doesn't. It really doesn't. Stay pure. Like, that's why you see all these YouTubers about semen retention and all, talking about semen retention and all that stuff. It's real. Semen retention causes it causes power in the creative world. It causes you to be more attractive. Save yourself for that one person, for that one girl. I truly, like, this is something that I'm regretting. Stop dirtying yourself. Stop dirtying yourself with pornography and all that junk that doesn't add up to anything but take your energy away. Believe me, if you can stay pure, I'm regretting this. Like, I'm just saying this is part of my regret. Like, I've already lost it. I've done a lot of things in my life. I've already lost it. I regret it, because like, I've sleeping with a lot of women, but at the same time, nothing. I'm still the same. Actually, I'm worse now that I'm 30. I'm worse. So I'm trying to tell you that if you can stay pure, save yourself. Sex isn't as cool. Pornography isn't as cool. It won't make you perfect around the girls. You know what will make you perfect? Stay pure for your only girl. What will make you perfect is studying. What will make you perfect is praying to God, having goals, having a vision. That is what will make you. Like, I'm saying these things as an adult who has, who truly wants to like, if I was given a second chance in life, I would do these things. Like, I'm telling you teens, if you're a teenager and you are listening to me right now, take this advice and stay with it. I know most people won't keep it, because everybody wants to be experimental. But I'm telling you guys, it's a waste of time. Stay pure. And finally, I would just like to say this. Finally, if my 16-year-old self would believe in God, then most of my problems would have been solved. I'm done. If my 16-year-old self would believe in God, then most of my problems would be solved. Like, this is very deep. And the concept of God, when we start talking about the concept of God, many people shy away and many people just click the video away. But God is present and God is an everlasting help in trouble. Yes, even when you believe in God, you are going to go through tribulations, but you have hope. You have hope. I came too soon to realize that most of those OCD and bipolar thoughts, those were just demons, and I had to, and they get out in just a prayer. You pray a prayer of deliverance and they get out. And I keep thinking till today, like if I gave my life to Christ when I was like 15 or 14, then I performed deliverance, I would have loved school, because I hated school because, I was so neurotic every time I was around people and I couldn't talk to people, which means I didn't have any friends. So, that's it, man. That's it. That's my take. If you like this channel, please subscribe. I'm trying to deliver, even if, take anything out of these videos, man. Take anything out of these videos. Seriously. So, peace out. Peace out.